Hi guys, this is the Reverse Sweep podcast and welcome back to episode 12. My name is Malay. I have Pranav, Tarshil and Ishwar with me. And we're going to talk about the ongoing India-England series and some interesting topics from there. The series is level right now. The deciding match is going to be played at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad and काफी अच्छी सीरीज रही है एक्चुअली गुड क्वालिटी क्रिकेट एंड some few things that we wanted to discuss. So let's jump right in. First of all, welcome to everyone. And start karte hain sabse pehle with a big question. So this is the T20 World Cup year, and matlab, if we have to win the World Cup, or if we have to have any chance of winning the World Cup, our opening has to be rock solid, and that hasn't been the case so far. So let's discuss India's opening woes, different opening combinations. uh, Kishan was tried and he did well, obviously, in one of the games. But apart from that, the opening combination, Rahul's form, Rohit's form, Dhawan, has been very ordinary so far. So let's start with that. I'll start with Darshil. What do you think, Darshil?
I wouldn't worry too much about Rahul's form. As the joke goes, it's Narendra Modi Stadium. Rahul का fail होना तो है था, but so, like not so. But Rahul Chahar broke the trend, so ठीक है, we have hope. But I think on a serious note, I think uh, Rahul and Rohit should be the ideal pair. I don't get why Rohit was rested. He was in a good flow. And I think England bowling is top notch. I mean, Mark Wood, Jofra Archer, they come at you with extreme pace. It's not like
True.
it's not slow. It's the 148s, the 149s. I think at this stage, Dhawan should be our third choice opener, and Ishan Kishan should be in the squad uh, to kind of fill in anywhere. But we need to stick with Rahul and Rohit. The problem therein is that when normally Dhawan opens with either of them, Dhawan normally becomes the aggressor. He takes the bowling on, and that allows Rahul and Rohit to kind of play out a few balls and then get going, right? So that has worked. But when we start with both Rahul and Rohit at the top, then it becomes imperative that a Sky comes at number three, because then Kohli also is an anchor. So we cannot have three anchors at the top, right? So
Hmm.
ideally, one of Rahul and Rohit just needs to tee off. We have seen that, like, Kohli has told that Indian team wants to have that approach of going for the shots, and now I think we have the batting lineup that bats almost till number 8. If you see Jadeja, he comes in at 8. So I think both Rahul and Rohit need to tee off, or at least one of them needs to. We have enough firepower to kind of take the game, take the game away. So hopefully in the final series, I think at least one we see a big stand. I think it just
Very
just
important
puts
that we
everything
actually
so
see
much,
it.
yeah, way needed, and it allows us to
Hmm.
kind of experiment with the middle order, right? If you're losing wickets early, it forces Kohli's hand to kind of come up. But if you're doing really well, let's say if we have a
Hmm.
big stand, we can even try out Pandya at number three, or just put in Sky or Pant, just like that, because all of them are floaters, they can kind of come in anywhere. So we need a big stand to just kind of get that
True.
momentum.
True. I think just before we'll move to Pranav, I think India's approach in T20s for a long, long time was it's just a shorter version of the ODI. मतलब जैसे ODI खेलते हैं वैसे T20 खेलेंगे, and that's why while so many different teams have actually England have thought of it in the opposite way. They have made 50 overs as a longer version of 20, but so many teams actually have experimented and got different openers for the T20 format. But whereas for India, the opening stand and the openers have remained constant. So I think that is something that's probably hurting us, because we need that dasher, we need that Jason Roy, Butler kind of big smash, bang kind of opener. So with that thought, let's move to Pranav. Pranav, what do you think about what about India's opening
Yeah.
right now?
See, the thing is, I think maybe Rahul last played international cricket, in the T20 series against Australia, and he hasn't, he got injured and he hasn't played any cricket since. Maybe that's why he's maybe a little rusty. And so, the thing is, Rahul, if you see, his technique is a bit loose. If he's not moving his feet or is not, in a good frame of mind, he tends to get out in these ways. And the thing is, again, England's bowling lineup for the limited overs format, especially T20, is really versatile. You have Wood and Archer, different kinds of, tearaway quicks. Then Chris Jordan also is
Jordan.
quick, but he's also an option they have, and they also have good variety. Like even like both the Curran brothers also use slower balls, and also they've got a very versatile bowling attack, and the pitches have actually suited them. Ball stopping on, and a little bit of kind of two-pace pitches he had kind of so far. So it's favored the bowlers more. But I think India should, at least this is good that this series they did not make too many changes apart from Dhawan came because Rohit was rested. I think they wanted to give Rohit a rest because he was in the bubble since the third test against Australia. But I guess they could have done that in the ODIs and given him a rest because T20s were not having that many left before the World Cup. So I would have liked Rohit and Rahul to play all the five T20s, and I don't think it's the time now to suddenly try Kishan to open with either Rohit or Rahul and tinker around too much. I think Rohit Rahul should be the pair for this T20 World Cup, and Rahul should take the responsibility to go after the bowling early on because Rohit needs a little bit of time to start going bang bang. So at least for 2021 T20 World Cup, these two should be there. In case it does not work, then there's another World Cup next year. We can always look for options. But currently, I think just stick with them, and I think the more games they'll play, they'll do better. I just think again, it was not a good idea to separate the two. And Dhawan himself also, I don't know when did he last play cricket. He just played, I think, the ODIs and then did
IPL,
not
IPL.
play much. IPL के बाद उसने ODI खेला ना? He played the
हाँ
ODIs
correct.
against
Oh, sorry,
Australia.
yeah. Australia, yeah.
Right. So my point is that
He hasn't played enough
some
oil.
of the
I don't think
players
so.
some of the players are quite cold on their feet. So I think the planning has not been great from India for the T20 series, and still somehow it's 2-2. I guess T20 is such a format only that things they change so quickly. So
Yeah, I don't think you need
whatever
that
the
much.
result of the series, I'm not. Yeah, even if we lose the series, I'm not going to be upset because England is quite comfortably the better side. So I just hope that whatever it is, that not much changes are made.
Got it. Ishwar, what do you think? First of all, what I would want you to tell us is what is your ideal opening combination for India? Matlab, who should be the two players opening for India in that first game in the T20 World Cup?
Yeah, so coming to that, first of all, Rohit and Rahul seem to be doing well other than this series. But yeah, I was just reading a stat yesterday that Rohit also hasn't crossed like 20s since like he has crossed only 20s since like the last 2 or 3 times out of the 14 innings he's played in the last T20 in the last 14 T20 innings. So there was a concern there, but that was not getting noted because Rahul used to go hammer and tongs at the other end, and it was getting like hidden. Now since Rahul has been like facing that bad patch, now Rohit has been exposed. Like he's been like this glaring problem at the top has been exposed. That we have too many players playing at a lower strike rate. Correct. So I feel for sole purpose, like I feel Ishan Kishan is worth a try there because he has that X factor. He can play all around the ground and is fearless.
Why not Sky then? Why Ishan Kishan? Why not Sky as an opener?
But opening, I mean, yeah, Sky would be great if it works out, but I don't know.
I think Sky is comfortable at 3 or 4, and Ishan Kishan, while one game it worked, he also is best at 3 or 4. So I don't think we should do that. I mean, unfortunately, both cannot play in the Indian team, so only one of them has to play. So they have to fight for one spot only somehow. It's unfortunate, but it's a good competition that we have somebody. So
no, but
I think
I will continue. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Yeah, so I was saying that when Ishan Kishan opens, what I was going to say was we have that flexibility, and I'm not a fan of Surya Kumar Yadav at 3 as well because I still think Virat Kohli is the best number 3 limited overs batsman in the world, and he has to bat at number 3 for India to have that any kind of success. Because as we have been seeing in this T20 series, he has been able to adapt his game according to the situation, and he has been playing that role of a senior batsman very well around all these youngsters, Rishabh Pant, Shreyas Iyer, Ishan Kishan, among all this explosiveness.
I'd like to just interject. Sorry, you're right. Kohli should not bat below 3, But I don't. But Surya Kumar at 3 is not is a good option. But maybe for the Indian team, he could bat at 4. I think he can do
4.
the role quite well.
Yeah,
And the
exactly.
other option is, if a very extreme option is Virat Kohli to open with Rohit Sharma. I don't think it's the
No,
best
no, no.
idea
I mean, it's
for
a good
some, but
idea because
that's it.
eventually one of them will run out the other person and then वो बच गया है वो पेल देगा.
Yeah,
So the guy who's left
you
behind,
got the
he'll
drift,
just
Darshil. You got the
compensate for
drift.
both of them. I think we
Yeah,
can try
you
this
got the
strategy.
drift.
Objectively, before we move on to the next question, objectively, do we need obviously Virat Kohli is probably the best number 3 across the world in limited overs format, but looking at the team combination, I think Michael Vaughan on Twitter said ki Mumbai Indians is what is beating England and not really India in terms of Rohit's captaincy and Sky and Kishan and all of those things.
Chahar, Hardik.
Is it Hardik?
And
Yeah. Rahul Chahar
Yeah.
also now. So is it is there weight in that? Should India, because Mumbai Indians is such an amazingly successful franchise and such a well-oiled machine, should India in the BCCI or Indian cricket team or the team management try to follow what the combination that Mumbai Indians have? Which is, of course, towards the end of last season, it was Kishan opening, Sky 3, Hardik finisher, Rahul Chahar bowling, because they are all available. Bumrah is there, so Rohit is there. So I think there are 6 or 7 people who are available from the Mumbai Indians team for selection, the Indian team. So before we move on, I just wanted to touch up on that. Do you think we should try to copy
I
what
think
Mumbai Indians is doing?
Yeah, definitely for sure.
I would love the idea, because I personally, even a famous statistician Abhishek Mukherjee has also been on Twitter saying that in T20s you need to have bashers, and I'm a huge fan of
Yeah,
England's approach
exactly.
of having bashers from 1 to 7, and I completely would want India to do it, but I don't think India will do it, because I think India likes to approach cricket in a more methodical and more not conservative, but slightly more measured approach. India and Virat Kohli, fits that mold. And I know a lot of Kohli fans will not like it, but to me, I would not. He would not be the first person in my mind if I want the
Yeah,
a real T20 11. Because as good as he is, I think we have people who can play in place of him and just go after the bowling. Because when you have so many bashers in the team like England have, it's just relentless pressure on the bowlers. Like yesterday,
exactly.
66 for 3, most other teams would have folded, but England, they just keep coming at you, and you know if not for that one over from Thakur, they would have won that
Yeah,
game comfortably. So
exactly.
I would think, yeah, ideally India should have this bang bang approach from 1 to 7, but I don't think it will happen ever. I mean, it's a couple of bridges too far for the current way of thinking for the Indian team. So I would love the approach, but I don't think it will happen. So
But
Yeah,
I think for
if Darshit,
any
continue. Sorry.
bolo, sorry, go ahead.
What I was saying was, if Rahul isn't playing the basher, then and even if you play Sky at 4, then although Sky can do it, then your top 3 is who are probably going to play 10, 12 overs are going to bat at 130, 140. So I personally have a problem with that. I think it's important to have those kind of players if you want to succeed in such a format. So yeah, Darshil, go on.
Yeah, so I think problem क्या है ना, एक तो we have this fixation with left-right combination which makes us play Pant at number 4. I mean, nothing against Pant. Pant is brilliant, but that's the only reason I see Pant being played at 4 over a Sky or a Iyer, right? I mean, and we are making Iyer do the finisher's rule, which is useless. I mean, Iyer has done a fantastic job. He deserves a place in the team. But Iyer is a number 5. He should not be finishing games, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
4 or
that's what
5.
Hardik Pandya is for.
4
Yeah.
or 5.
Yeah.
Pant can finish games.
Exactly. Pant and Pandya should be the ones who should be finishing games while Iyer should be batting up the order. So, yeah, I mean, Malay's idea is right. We should be following. I mean, I have said that there is enough data and enough research done to that Mumbai Indians is the greatest ever T20 side ever built. So, if India can emulate them slightly, not the least, at least in captaincy, then it will be a great thing for India.
No, but
I mean, it will allow Virat Kohli to also win another World Cup medal. So, why will he be against it?
no, but
You also
personally, I
should,
feel
huh?
one thing. There's one thing I feel between Shreyas Iyer and Rishabh Pant, I feel only one of them should play for a better balance for the team. Because see, these are pure batsmen, right? Rishabh Pant at least offers wicket keeping. Shreyas Iyer is a pure batsman. I mean, see, I love him. He has played really well but we don't need that kind of a batsman doing that kind of a role for us. We have someone like a Rahul Tewatia as well, who can fit into that squad and who can perform that finishing role along with Jadeja and Pandya and if we play Sundar him. So this thing will offer us more balance. And since Rahul Tewatia can also contribute with the ball, it would be like, we would have also like that
I'm
bowling
sorry,
cushion for our
I'm
balls.
not
Still
convinced
quite
with Rahul
unproven, huh?
Tewatia for international level. I'm not convinced about him
You can
yet.
try him out
But
is
I
what
think
I'm
in
saying.
case of a collapse,
Because
we
this is
need
the World
someone
Cup
like a
qualifier.
Shreyas Iyer to kind of steady the ship. I mean,
Right.
I would if there's just Pant in India is like 30 for 4. I mean, of course, now I think Pant has definitely grown much more reliable over the year, but I would
Yeah.
be happier seeing
You need a
Shreyas Iyer
Shreyas
going
in the
out to
team
bat.
because Shreyas is not he's not a ball eater type of batsman or anything. He plays attacking cricket and he can also steady the ship. So
Yeah.
like the question will be Shreyas, Surya Kumar, Kishan, and Pant. Of these four, two of them are definitely needed. Do we need an extra one or can we fit in all four? I don't think currently all four can fit. So either two or only three of them, we have to look at the best combination. And
Hmm.
since Pant is already one left-hander, I think perhaps Kishan, unfortunately, may have to wait. Or
True.
that's what I feel. But I'd love to have Kishan. I just love his brazen approach. Really, it is like a young
Yeah, really. I
left-handed
mean,
Dhoni who
exactly.
just comes and does not feel scared. I mean,
That's what you need. I
Yep.
think for winning big tournaments, I personally always feel that you need those kind of characters and players. And I mean, even with actually with Iyer, I like almost feel that I don't think I agree with Ishwar. I don't think he merits his place in terms of what we actually need in that side. I think we have enough of people who are going to steady the ship. Obviously, a big problem with the Indian cricket is that the big hitters fail together at times. But yeah, if you can manage that, then I don't know if you need someone with that kind of strike rate at that spot. But anyway, chalo, we'll move on to a big heated debate that was going on about third umpire, player honesty, soft signal, all of those things.
my
So
pet peeve for the day.
it was an interesting
My pet peeve.
yeah, so it was an interesting turn of events. So but what it brought up to the fore is how illogical soft signal and third umpiring and all of that can look uh, if used without, I could say, common sense. So we'll start with Pranav. Pranav, what do you think about the debate? What do you think
Right.
about what happened with the catch and everything?
Oh, right. Okay, so firstly, I'll talk about the soft signal. Now,
Yeah.
the thing is, what this soft signal nonsense is doing is that it basically it handcuffs the third umpire because by giving decision as say out, the third umpire needs conclusive evidence to overturn it. And even if the evidence is 50% now, he will still stay with the on-field decision just for the side of caution. And despite the advancements in cameras, there's still a lot of times where you have so much doubt, as to whether it should be out or not. The problem is there's no way field umpires staying 50 on the from the boundary around even 60 meters can say if it's out or not. And he has to take the fielder's word that whether the catch has been taken or whether it's not. So there's the problem. I mean, the issue is that umpires are human. They even when they have slip catches, it's not possible always for them to know if it's carried or not. So they should just leave it to the third umpire to decide whether it's out or not. If the third umpire feels that the hands are underneath the ball and nothing is touching, just give it out. The third umpire, maybe sometimes he can get a decision wrong, but at least the third umpire is being given the freedom to make his decisions. I mean,
Agreed.
this actually is the real issue. And the other thing which we have also wanted to talk about was players' honesty. I mean,
Yeah.
England's behavior was absolutely disgraceful. I mean, how can you as a
Time in
player,
200 years, but yeah.
not for the first time, how you play in the spirit of the game, and yet England are the team with the highest number of sanctions in the last couple of years for bad behavior, and Stuart Broad is at the top of the list. I mean, and then how can David Malan say he caught it? I mean, you can see the replays, hands are pointing downwards, and he's claiming a catch. Virat Kohli even pointed out that when Ajinkya Rahane took a clean catch, he said, "I'm not sure whether it was out or not." I mean, he did not indicate that Malan was cheating or anything, but that's what he was trying to say. I mean,
Yeah, that's
I'm
what he
sorry,
wanted to say,
players.
obviously.
Malang
Yeah,
pe malang
and
lag
even for the
gaya.
Rashid one, I
Even
think
the
that
Rashid one
he,
was
he
worse, man, actually,
Rashid
because
was worse because and again, why should we take the
Even
player's
Sam
name?
Curran was
Yeah, in
surprised when it
fact,
was
Yeah,
not a
I was going to
boundary.
say that.
it's also
Sam
shown
Curran is telling the umpire that it's not a four. I mean, what nonsensical behavior is this? I mean, this is
there
ridiculous.
is there is
I mean, I
no
know
way
England
he
are a very
wouldn't
good
have
team, but
realized what his foot was there. I mean, it was
yeah.
amazing to
And
watch.
as far as the third umpire goes, that guy,
Yeah,
he took 15 minutes. He was constantly saying that I not enough evidence. I can't be sure. Give me another angle. And for the Rashid one, he said that he first was on the rope. Then when he took it, he was not on the rope. I don't know what he was seeing. I
Of
mean, it
smoking.
was just a complete mess of smoking. It was a complete mess. A complete mess.
yeah,
And it could have been costly to India. I think still the Rashid one, if we are being objective, you can say it's a 50-50, at the best. But the Malan one was really, really bad. And I think
hmm.
really the soft signal has to go. For catches, you should just leave the freedom to the third umpire. Okay, he can maybe make a mistake, maybe. But if technology cannot show him that it's caught or it's not caught, he should just make the decision based on what he has. Everybody will be happy, and we'll not have these debates. I mean, as Simon Dool
Yeah.
always alludes, World Cup final, somebody takes a catch like that, and the decision goes in one way or the other, and it can be very crucial. And Surya Kumar Yadav was batting like a dream.
Yeah.
So
I had bet
Yeah,
money
soft
that
also,
he's
signal
going
has
to
to
score
go,
80
and
or 40 balls.
yeah,
I lost money.
and
hmm.
and I don't see. I don't blame the players for claiming catches because everybody is desperate to win and all. But players, you cannot ask them whether they've caught it or not. And I don't think any player should claim a catch if he's not sure. It does not show them in good light either. So
Yeah,
I
I
hope the
think, yeah.
players. I mean, I know it's still going to happen that catches are going to be taken. See, I know something. If you look at the angle, Malan from his face could not see where the ball, whether it carried or not. But surely, when his hands are pointing down, he would have known if it's grasped or
There's
not.
no
That's
way
my
he
feeling.
wouldn't have
So
known, to be honest.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's very, very bad what happened yesterday. But in the end, India won. So I guess we won't complain. But yeah, we would be complaining if we had lost the match because of it. And it seemed to affect Malan's game in batting because he came in and he was totally uncomfortable and played a ridiculous shot to get out. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't
sometimes
know what
it
he
plays
was
on your
doing.
mind.
It was a ball on the leg stump. I don't know what that guy was doing, trying to reverse sweep it
Ah,
from the outside off stump.
He's very
Don't know
uncomfortable
what
against
he
spin,
was
as the
doing.
stats show. So
Yeah, but actually, just before we move to Darshil and Ishwar, I think there is a lot of lack of logic right now in cricket rules, especially the
cricket,
ones that have come in with DRS. Same ball can be out, same ball can be not out.
right?
I mean, when you know that the ball is going to clip the stumps, even maybe it's not 50%, but it's anyway going to take off the bails, right? So why is that not out there? And then this. So
Right.
there is a lot of confusion
Exactly. You
and
don't need 50% of the ball to
even
be,
to
I
break the
think
stump. It just
adding
needs to touch.
adding
Yeah.
to Pranav's point here, na, ke,
right.
yeah, even
See,
the
like
fact that
Darshil,
soft
just a
signal
minute.
doesn't.
Darshil, 1 minute. I'm sorry, I'd forgotten this
Uh,
point. Nasir Hussain has been saying this for years that cricket is already a complicated game, and ICC with their rules are making it more complicated. They're not simplifying it. So for a new viewer, it becomes very difficult for them to understand all these intricacies. So they have to simplify the game further. And be it DRS to some extent, we can say technology is an issue. And Nitin Menon, he completely supports umpire's call, which obviously he will. But he has a point. DRS, maybe we can still think about it, but for soft signal, it has to go.
hmm.
Darshil, please continue.
Yeah, no,
Sorry,
I was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
saying
rant over.
that it doesn't really make sense for an umpire to give a soft signal out to be seeing the ball 50 yards away. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
it makes no
ridiculous.
sense. I mean, it
No,
makes no
I
sense.
actually
And these
agree
poor
with that.
guys are under such immense pressure to give every decision. And when Indian crowds are there, 100,000, it's a very difficult job. And then you're putting them in a worse position. And at the end of the day, we're going to blame. We're saying that the umpires are at fault for giving it out. So we have to help them out as much as possible.
It
Ishwar,
simply
sorry.
needs to, yeah, the soft signal definitely needs to. I mean, even when you do it in slips, right, it's such a close call. Like,
Yeah,
but the umpire is still seeing that. He's not going to see that ball 50 yards away. It's not possible for him to decide based on the player's reaction. He's not a psychologist.
Yeah. Ben Stokes claimed a catch and he was shocked it was given not out, but he clearly grasped the ball. And it's not the first time in India he did it. So
Yeah, I mean,
Pranav is very
yeah.
passionate about this.
Anyways,
I'm
He
Ishwar, yeah,
seems to have
Ishwar.
lost too many matches or Dream
have a-
11s because of this.
no, but the
Yeah,
thing is,
Ishwar.
I
Yeah,
have a
Ishwar, what do you think?
slightly, yeah,
Uh-huh.
this thing, right? I completely agree with the soft signal part where, the umpire shouldn't have any say. But I don't agree with the part, like, where this thing about the umpire's call should go in DRS, because I
Hmm.
still feel umpire's call should be there, because at the end of the day, umpires are also human beings and they are also judging, and you can't completely trust technology. If you want to go
Right.
that route, you might as well get robo umpires. Like,
Yeah,
why do you
because
even need a
if you come down the track beyond 2.8 meters, I think then you can't anyway make a decision, because when you're coming down the track and you smother the ball, you can't be sure if the ball after turning will hit the stump. So, like I said, yeah,
Hmm.
umpire's call, we can understand why it's still there. I only wish maybe they give more margins in the favor of the bowler. That's all. So,
maybe, yeah. Maybe instead of 50%, maybe like 25% or something like that.
exactly, that's my only grouse.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's what I
Interesting.
feel with this thing. And coming to player honesty, yes, David Malan would have known what he did. And yeah, so we have all, I think Pranav pretty much summed it
Ricky
up for all
Ponting
of us.
school of
So,
Ricky Ponting
Ricky
school
Ponting
of
school of catching.
exactly. So I wouldn't want to comment much on that.
Yeah,
So
I think they'll not be
no
happy.
wonder David Malan has been picked up by Delhi. Kya? कि नहीं, वो same
Punjab,
school में
No,
Punjab.
no,
अभी से
no.
रंग दिखा रहा है
Punjab.
देखो.
He went to the
Punjab.
good boys. Maybe Kumble, after seeing that, will have a stern word with him, because Anil is a very honorable human being, and he's very by the book. Anil is by the book, absolute. So I'm pretty sure he'll have a word with him.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, but I think that's hurt David Malan's reputation, obviously, because this is probably the biggest first time a lot of people are watching him. We know he's been playing different leagues and for England otherwise, but I think this is probably the first time he's actually batting in a really big stage with a lot of people watching. So feel for him, but I think he only has himself to blame.
Also, I don't think he had a reputation either. So for someone, before to make a reputation like this, in a country like India, I mean, if the crowd was there, I mean, oh my, I cannot imagine.
No, he's
The
still
booze
the
directed at him.
number one T20 ranked
Yeah,
T20
he's a top
international
class
That's
batsman.
player.
very odd.
That
Yeah.
In that sense,
let's
I
not
was saying that this is
divert from
the
that.
first
He's a
time.
very
Yeah.
good batsman indeed.
And I feel he should play for Punjab over Gale. I mean, like for like at least
Whoa,
after
big
2-3
call.
matches. I mean, because Gale, like I won't
See
think
what will
he's
happen
fit enough
is
to play 14.
Universe
yeah,
boss is universe boss.
Yeah.
Punjab will start without
But
Gale. Then they'll lose something. Then they'll bring back
yeah,
Gale.
the
Gale
issue
will
with
score
Malan
runs.
is the issue with
And they'll
Malan is
somehow bring
he's
back Gale for the
right.
game in which they'll be the flattest strike. Somehow.
Right.
And then Gale
But
will
the
make
thing is
runs
that
and then flex his muscles
right.
and then he'll be like, you
Right.
dropped me,
And then
see
he'll
what you
continue
did.
that form for 3-4
Right.
matches
See,
and chill.
Malan is
And
not
then
proven against spin, so that's one weakness he has to work on. And Universe boss, well, he's the greatest T20 player bar none. So it doesn't matter
Andre
what age
Russell
he
is the
is.
greatest T20 player bar none, I think.
And the other leftover matches, poor David Malan will play. The leftover matches, the
Yeah.
tough ones. You go play, buddy.
Expensive bench player
Exactly.
But chalo, theek hai, IPL to would be another
like
beast
Piyush.
altogether. Chalo, yeah, I think great session, great having you. We'll finish up this with predictions for the final deciding T20 with the ODI series coming up as well. So we'll start with mine. I think India will win because I just kind of felt that. So I was pretty. I was speaking to one of my friends when we were watching, and I was pretty confident that either Stokes or Bairstow will take England home yesterday. So I was surprised actually that they lost that momentum and then got out and couldn't make it. And I think now India would probably win that last game, and England just don't seem to be in that greater place because of what all happened yesterday. Uh, Catches, cheating, coming close, not winning, all of those things. I think England are probably going to not have enough in the last game. Although they're a great team, but I just feel that they're mentally probably not in the best of spaces, maybe just the bubble or playing in the same stadium and all of those other test series, whatever. But I feel England are going to struggle in the last game and India should win it comfortably, unless there are some unrealistic and unbelievable changes that India do to their batting order and all of
And
those.
amazing captaincy decisions.
Yeah. So, yeah, yesterday again, I mean, Rohit again made a great case for his captaincy. So, I mean, that's a different
Right.
altogether.
This is
Discussion.
that's too
Michael
harsh.
won.
Kohli has lost
And
like one series.
game recognizes game.
It's not about
Yeah.
the series. The game was gone, and England were cruising at one stage because of what Stokes and Bairstow were doing. They were in the mood, and then India did drag it back, and Rohit was at the center of it. So I
You
don't know.
guys are saying as if Kohli was there, he would have asked their wicket keeper to bowl. Come on,
No,
man, just
but-
start to right.
No, but it's still.
No,
I
but
mean,
Rohit's field placing for Morgan was very good. I mean, he hits the ball in very unusual areas. I mean, Morgan is England's best batsman
Yeah.
playing limited overs
And he
cricket.
comes at number 6
And
for
he's
some
so
odd reason.
good.
Like it's a scary lineup England has though.
yeah, but
I
I
think-
think to answer to what Ishwar was saying, I think if Kohli was captain, we would have lost yesterday. I think so.
I
Yeah.
don't think
So
Anyway, chalo, let's
taking
quickly take the
predictions,
predictions. Darshil, what do you think?
yeah.
Yeah, I think India should win. I think Kohli has sprained his thigh muscles, so I'm pretty sure that while fielding, he's going to go off, and I think that works well for us. I think we need Kohli the batsman, but not Kohli the captain. So I think once
Yeah, once. Yeah.
but you are stuck.
She
Yeah, I
is stuck.
I think Darshil is stuck. Chalo, we'll move to Pranav. Pranav, you
Done.
take that.
big scores, get the opening
Okay,
partnership underway.
So
So yeah, I think we should win. So and we should bat first and like set a big score. I think I want to see Rohit and Rahul tee off. I think should not be chasing him, win the toss. Win the toss, bat first, score big and win the game.
Interesting. Pressure
okay,
game.
so
in the
I
toss.
actually am not as confident as you guys because true India has got the momentum, but the thing is again the toss is very crucial,
But
and
we
I would
also have
want us
Kohli.
to chase because look at how the way Sundar and Rahul Char struggled with the ball, for those few middle overs. I mean, it's it literally felt like they were bowling with a piece of soap. So I think India should chase because I think that is the best way for us to win. I feel, and I still think that England are slight favorites because see, I know they had a bad day, but Morgan is a mentally tough guy, and I expect him to pick the boys up after the game. But I think India will still win, but maybe it'll be very close. I mean, it can go either way. I mean, I'm going to sit on the fence. I'm just going to say India maybe 51% for and that's all. I'm still quite, this England team, I see their lineup and I still always feel that a 250 is not too far away. So I always, gives me a bit of trepidation seeing this English lineup. So slight favorites.
And
very
Bumrah
slight.
has to come back from his honeymoon. That's how bad our bowling is becoming.
Yeah,
We also
absolutely.
agree with
And
Pranav on this.
Natarajan and Natarajan.
Yeah,
Ooh,
actually, no, I
Natarajan,
also
big
agree with
praise, huh?
Pranav on this. I
Hmm.
think England is going to win because, the explosiveness in their batting lineup and you can't expect the Shardul Thakur over in every match, man. Come on, it won't happen.
That's
So,
true.
yeah.
That was,
So yeah, I think-
which is why I say India should bowl first because even if Shardul has a bad day with the ball, we can still,
yeah,
get
if
it.
you are
And I
bowling
think
first,
Rohit
then
is due.
automatically
Rohit is due,
our
man. Rohit is
chances
due.
will go up because Virat Kohli, with the kind of form he's in while chasing. So yeah, automatically our chances
Rohit
will
is
go
due
up.
as well. Rohit is due
Yeah,
as well.
So yeah, but yeah, if you're batting first, I mean that was an interesting proposal from Darshil. But yeah, maybe I feel like we should chase if we have to win. If we are not
Because of,
chasing, I'm like 70% sure England's gonna win. If you are not chasing.
because of due, it becomes really easy, and you need a
Exactly.
really good performance from someone to actually turn the game in
That's
your
what
favor.
we need.
And remember,
We are not
That's
gonna
why-
get England
that's
to
why
chase. That's
England
what
does not
India
play
needs. We need
more
a
than
big,
one
big
spinner,
opening
and-
score.
That's why England used Rashid quickly because they know with the with the
that's
bar
why
of
we need
soap,
Shivam Dube.
he's going to. Please, man, don't start Shivam Dube fanboying here. Please, man. Shivam Dube himself must be wondering how he's coming into the
Where are
Indian team.
the Rinku Singh fans in the house? I think we are missing a Rinku Singh fan in the house.
Oh,
Why stop at Shivam Dube?
yeah, well, Shivam Dube is better than Rinku Singh. I'm sure about that. Having seen Rinku
Rinku
No,
Singh
way
in
better.
KKR. But Rinku is great in the field. I think he does his job very well as a sub fielder.
Legend.
So yeah, I think chalo, let's wrap it up. Hopefully India win tomorrow and win this series. It's been an eventful tour. I think England would be pretty. I mean, it's a very hard test for them and probably something that they really would have loved to have for the as a preparation for the World Cup. So yeah, I think they would be enjoying this in terms of the fight that India have given
Yeah,
them.
Morgan said that. Morgan keeps saying that how they considering the 2020 World Cup and the 2023 50 overs World Cup. That's the England really plan very well. Like I say, at least for the limited overs.
Yeah. Chalo, fir, I think we'll wrap it up. Thanks for joining, guys. Whoever's
we should.
watching, thanks for watching. Do like, share, and subscribe wherever you're
Thank you,
watching.
everyone. Thanks, guys. Bye.
And
Thanks, guys.
bye, everyone. Bye. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.